My name is Kenneth, and I made over 1,600% trading AMC stock back in 2021. Now, Faraday is trending, it's all over social media. I haven't traded it, but here's how I would have traded it had I been in this stock like I was AMC back then. The very first thing you need to know is stocks like this are extremely volatile and unpredictable due to the whole social media aspect of what's happening with the stock. So typically, as a stock trader, which I've been for the last 13 or almost 14 years now, I use technical analysis, and I know how people feel about charts, but they work for me. But I use technical analysis, and I have a general idea on where I think the stock could go based on past volatility and what I'm willing to lose, which would generally be around 5 to 7%. You can throw all that shit right out of the window when we're dealing with something like a Faraday or an AMC or GameStop or Dogecoin that has a huge surge in popularity due to social media. None of that matters. So here's exactly how I would have traded this, knowing what I know as a stock trader for the last 13 years. This is the chart for Faraday over the last 20 days. And you can see that literally nothing is happening to the stock. Still nothing, still nothing, still nothing, and then kaboom. So here's exactly how I would have traded something like this. You ready? I wouldn't have traded it at all. I'm a big believer in small, consistent profits that add up over time. For example, in 2018, I think it was, I traded Funko stock over 82 times in 1 year, just trading the range. I was never the type of trader who was looking for the next big thing. That's actually how I got into AMC stock in the first place. It was bouncing between a trading range between $2 and $3, $2 and $3, $2 and $3. And I realized, hey, I could trade this. And then COVID happened. That was kind of a weird time, but I happened to be in AMC stock at the time when they shut down all the theaters. And I said, oh man, as soon as they say theaters are open again, AMC is gonna pop. So instead of trading it, I said, I'm gonna sit on these shares and I'm just gonna wait for them to reopen the theaters and sell it into that news. And instead, GameStop, Wall Street Bets, Reddit, that whole short squeeze thing happened. And I, like I said at the beginning of the video, made a fortune. And for new traders, I think that's also something that's really, really important to point out. I started trading stocks full-time in 2011. That's a long time before the whole GameStop thing happened. And it was my largest profit, largest trade, whatever you want to call it. That one, Kodak, and Dogecoin all kind of happened in the same period of time, but it took years for me to get an opportunity like that came along. Now, I know I said I'm not actually trading the stock, and I have no intentions of trading this stock, but I still want to walk you through my thought process looking at what's already happened to kind of illustrate what a professional stock trader looks at when they're debating whether they should buy or sell, take profits, cut losses, etc. Let's take a look. One of my favorite things to do as a trader is scalp massive volume. That's this blue line here. All of this is volume, and you can see that it's just surging compared to what it had been. And when I make a momentum trade, which is what this is, I'm trading into the strong volume and the momentum. I'm riding a quick wave. My whole goal, hold on, gotta see my face when I say this because it's important. My whole goal is to make some of the money, not all of it. Now, typically as a stock trader, I use technical analysis to let me know when to get into a trade. So maybe on a strong breakout like this on the Bollinger Bands would be an indicator for me to get in a stock, and entering overbought territory on the relative strength index, like you can see right here, or even like here, would be a clue for me to exit. However, with absolutely viral stocks like this, like I said at the beginning, technical analysis, you can throw that shit right out the window. I would approach a stock like this much differently than my normal stock trades. My normal stock trades, I go into any stock that I buy with the idea of getting out anywhere between 3 to 5 to even 7% in terms of a loss. So if the stock starts dropping, I know I'm cutting my losses if it goes down 3, 5, or 7% based mostly on how I'm feeling in the moment and what I'm seeing when I'm looking at the chart. And on a stock like this, there's really no technical analysis or indicator that can kind of give you an idea that maybe the stock has overextended and it's time to take profits. So you really have to go with your gut on this one, and you have to ask yourself, if the money was in your hand, would you take it or would you hold out? So generally with something like this that's viral and just absolutely going crazy, my approach, first of all, is I'm only putting in what I'm willing to lose. That's critical here. That way, unlike traditional stock trading where you say, uh-oh, it's down 5%, I'm out, you really can just sit there and watch your money drop, 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 and really, frankly, not care too much. Oh well, I only put in what I was willing to lose, and I lost it. It's like going to 7-Eleven and getting a scratch-off ticket. You put $20 into the machine, you know you're most likely going to lose it, right? So you don't care. You go, well, I knew that was going to happen. It's the same approach with this. And as for taking profits, generally, with something that flies like this, my first thought is, if I can double my money, I'm out. So as a day trader, swing trader, and a scalp trader, I likely would have entered right around here, let's just say for easy math at $1.20, and I would have sold right up here somewhere at around $2.20. And because I'm only putting in what I'm willing to lose, I'm probably buying maximum 1,000 to 2,000 shares. But on extremely volatile stocks like this, I might not liquidate the entire position. I might look at something like this. I'm a big fan of a YOLO trade and a YOLO investment. When you're putting in what you're willing to lose and you've already taken some profits, maybe I'm buying 2,000 shares. So I can dump 1,000, still hold another 1,000, and just have some fun with it and see what happens. Now maybe those shares drop and I cut losses. Maybe I just YOLO it and ride it all the way back down to 0 or 10 cents or 25 cents. Or maybe those shares continue to go up and I've kept some money on the table, I've kept some stock on the table, and I'm able to trim profits along the way as it goes higher and higher if that happens. By the way, I have to say this, but I know this video is running along. I am fully aware that there is a segment of the population out here that thinks they're taking down a hedge fund and they're hurting the hedge funds for shorting the stock. Obviously, if that's your game and that's what you're after, then you do you. My channel is about teaching people how to trade, invest, and simplify their lives. And part of trading is being in this game to make money. Also, keep in mind that over 1 billion shares were traded today, and I guarantee you that the majority of that was not from retail investors. So while a lot of hedge funds, or maybe a handful of hedge funds, were shorting this stock, I would almost near guarantee that some other hedge funds were piggybacking off of this and making millions off of the retail hype and frenzy. Last thing I'll say, because I kept you long enough, is if you really, really, really want to learn how to trade stocks, don't get scammed by some course bro who pops up on an app like this telling you that they're going to make you rich because they made a lot of money. I sell no course. I sell no one-on-ones. I don't do call-outs. It's all education-based. So if you really, truly want to learn how to trade, here's where to go. This is my YouTube channel. This is where you want to go if you want to learn how to trade, invest, and simplify. You can click on playlists right there, and you will find 2 playlists on stock trading. This one right here, click here if you're new to stock trading, and this one down here that is technical analysis. And yes, there are also several other videos and playlists on investing. I know I said I was done, but I had an extra thought, and I'm not going to edit the video and try to put it somewhere, so it's just here tacked on at the end. With stocks like this, at a certain point, it's gone up so much that you just have to sit back and go, oh well, I missed out on this one. Chasing stocks ultimately can make people bag holders. That means you buy at the very top and it just dumps. People in the comments on other videos were going, oh, I think you forgot about what GameStop did. I didn't forget. But I do remember getting DMs from people going, I bought it at 400. Is it going to come back? Is it going to come back? And they just watched it drop all the way and sold and lost all of their money. So at a certain point, you look at something like this and you go, I just got to sit it out. Chasing, at this point, you look at it and you go, oh my God, it's up 400% or 800% or whatever it is. And you think, I missed the first run, so I need to buy it now for the next run. And that is almost always what is the exact opposite of what happens. So just be careful. All right, that's enough. If you thought this video was helpful, please smash that follow. If you didn't think it was helpful, you can call me fat or bald or stupid in the comments below. Thanks for watching. See you later.